Today I'm going to be showing you how to add a chapter event to your virtual community calendar. Now the first step is going to be to log into your chapter virtual community up here in the right hand corner, and when you log in you should be getting an orange administrator bar right here. If you're not getting that, please email me at chapters@ons.org and we'll get you taken care of. Now the chapter calendar can be located over here on the left hand side under chapter calendar. Clicking on that will bring up your chapter's specific calendar. Now, as you can see, you have several different views. You have the month view, you have the week view, which looks like this, and then you also have the year view, which is handy for looking at events out in the future. As you can see, we have no current events scheduled, so we are going to change that. Now, to add an event to your chapter calendar, you're going to click on this button in the blue header, Add New Event. And this is going to bring up all of the options to adding your chapter event. So we are going to add our event title. Now my birthday happens to be this month, so that's what we're going to add as our example. So the event title is my birthday. The contact is myself, Shannon Holzer. My contact email is going to be my chapters@ons.org. If you have any questions, this is the email address that you can email. And my phone number, if you have any questions, is 412-859-6320. This is my actual direct extension, so if you have any issues, feel free to call that. So, the event description, we're going to say, my birthday, gonna be great. You can obviously add whatever you want. If you have a specific speaker, you can add their name, you can add any miscellaneous details about the event that you would like your chapter members to know. So, now we have the start date and time. It can be an all-day event, which we're going to use in this case, or you can select certain days and time ranges via this tool. So, my birthday is June 30th. And we'll say it's only going to be at 8:06 a.m. is when it's going to start, and then it's going to end at 1:17 p.m. So that's when my party is. I hope you can all make it. Oh, and we also want to make sure that we're selecting the correct day for that. So like I said, you can have a specific time range, or if I just want it to be an all-day event, I'll click yes, and on the calendar it will just reflect as 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. But we'll say we want the specific time range. Then you select your time zone. We're U.S. Eastern. The event type, it's going to be a party or a meeting or whatever you're hosting. This is kind of neat. If you want the event to recur, so say you have a yearly symposium or a monthly meeting, you can select this option and the event will pop up on the calendar again at that same time and same date. You know, you can do it weekly, every 2 weeks. I'm going to say annually on this date because my birthday does occur annually on this date. And I want it to go every year on June 30th until, we'll say, the year 2099. Hopefully I'm around. We'll see. For this section, who can post comments? I generally like to have it only administrators can post, just so you don't get, I don't know, spam comments. You can also set it to only members can post if people want to comment on the event. Below we're going to have some further event details that are pretty important. The event place, we're going to say the ONS office, the street address, 125 Enterprise Drive, Pittsburgh, PA 15275. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the event place so that people know where this meeting is taking place. And if you don't have all of this information initially, you do have that option to go in and edit the event information later on. So if you want to add an event as a placeholder and just keep it in there without these more specific details, that is possible as well. We'll enter my phone number again, just in case you want to jot it down. There it is. And then any additional information. So I'll say bring cups, just in case I didn't have any. If you have a registration page for a pharma company or another website associated with the event, you can add the URL here. You can also add a flyer. So if I had an event flyer, I could, choose file and select it from my computer. And then this is the section where I would change the name of that file if I felt like it. So we're looking good. Now we have these options down here. So clicking finish and clone is nice because that will post this event to the calendar, but it will also then clone this entire form. So if I hit finish and clone, it's going to post my birthday to the calendar, and then it's also going to pop up with this exact form. So say I wanted to change my birthday or post a second birthday party, and obviously this would be more useful for meetings, but say this was for the June meeting. If I hit finish and clone, it's going to put the June meeting on the calendar, this is going to pop up, and then I could just change everything to July, change the date to the July meeting, and all the information would remain the same. Clicking finish is just going to post it to the site itself, and clicking on next page is going to take us to a section where we'll be able to specifically invite people by email address. So I want to invite, again, chapters@ons.org, that's my email address. So I'm going to invite that email address to my birthday party, and it's looking good. So now I'm going to click on finish, and if we scroll down on the calendar, we can see here on June 30th at 8:06 a.m. is my birthday. So clicking on this event will now bring up all of the details. If you're just a general user, you wouldn't see these edit, delete buttons, but you would see the remind me, download calendar file. There's a map option where you can help find the event. You can add the comment. So yeah, directions bring cups. But essentially that is the gist of adding an event to the calendar. One thing about the calendar, you see this option to subscribe. So unlike the announcements in which all members are automatically subscribed, the calendar is an optional subscription. So if you want to receive email alerts about these events, you can just click on subscribe. And if you scroll down, you see individual emails each time there's a new posting. So that way people would be notified when you post the event. There's not necessarily reminders, but it'll be on people's radars. We'll enter my chapters@ons.org email address. Click on next page, and you just click on finish. And so now anytime an event is posted on this calendar, you see it has changed from subscribe to edit my subscription. Now anytime an event is posted, I will get an email notification. And as you can see, the event also appears on the year view. There's one party scheduled in June, so hope everyone can make it. And that is how it's done. You can see on this week view on the tiny calendar, if there's an event on a specific day, it will be larger in blue. So yeah, that is how you post an event on a chapter virtual community calendar. If you have any questions, as always, you can contact me at chapters@ons.org or give me a call at 412-859-6320, and I'd be happy to help you out in any way that I can.